Your kids could get free or low-cost health coverage from Medicaid or CHIP. Even if you've applied before, they may be eligible now. Kids up to age 19 are covered for checkups, vaccines, dentist visits, hospital care, and more. And if they already have Medicaid or CHIP, remember to renew every year. Visit insurekidsnow.gov or call 877-KIDS-NOW. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Do you love movies? So do I. What's up, y'all? It's KB, and I love movies. Inviting you to listen to The Conversation, a film podcast where passion meets perspective and opinion. From the old school to the new, I invite a guest on to discuss the movies that thrill us, challenge us, break our hearts, or even blow our minds. There's always new episodes dropping wherever you get your podcasts. So join the conversation. We don't just watch movies. We love talking about them too. The Conversation with KB Loves Movies, a part of Someone's Favorite Productions podcast network.
Creeping like a communist, it's knocking at our doors, turning all our children into hooligans and whores, voraciously devouring the way things are today, savagely deflowering the good old USA. It's Reefer Madness, Reefer Madness. Reefer Madness, Reefer Madness.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the Kulturecast. I'm Chris Stachiw.
Quit squawking. You got more static than a radio. I'm John Lein.
God, that's the line you picked?
Yeah, because I know that you are going to be a dickhead.
Well,
he's ready.
You know what they say about assuming, John? Go fuck yourself. If you assume something, go fuck yourself. And we're joined this week again by a good friend of ours, Sean Liang, who was in To Survive a couple months ago.
That's right. Hey, guys.
Hi, Sean.
Hi, Sean.
It's good to be back. I feel like it's been a long time.
It has been. It's been about, it's been 2 months.
Gosh.
Yeah,
What?
yeah.
From you guys that long ever again.
Yeah. Let us never part, Sean.
Never. But it was
because Sean wasn't on last month, John.
When did Jurassic Park come out?
Well, that was
July.
Oh.
July.
We had a Western month after that, even.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but that was still July. Yeah.
Yeah. No.
It's been a minute. Last time Sean was on, we talked Good, the Bad, and the Weird.
That's right.
And what was the other? Way of the Gun. Yeah, that bad movie.
You're dumb.
You're dumb.
Opinions are like assholes, John. Go fuck yourself.
You are one.
No, see, that's my line. So we're going to be talking Reefer Madness this week, not the original American propaganda PSA for marijuana, but the 2005 musical. And we also have an interview with Christian Campbell, who is one of the two leads in the film. He plays Jimmy Harper. Before we get to that, Sean, have you been watching anything recently?
Oh, wait, like anything?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Except for porn, that doesn't count.
Okay, well.
I only watch it for the plot.
Yeah, exactly. The first 5 minutes.
Man, 5.
Yeah.
What are you watching?
You're not watching the right stuff, man.
I know, right? NaughtyAmerican.com.
You watch like the vintage stuff. Let's see. I haven't even been to the movies recently. God, it's been so long. I don't know. I've been watching a bunch of horror movies online lately. I'm trying to write one. So I saw.
Really?
You know what? Yeah.
That's cool.
You know, one of my favorite ones I saw recently was called Resolution. It was it was in Tribeca. I don't know much about it, but it was really interesting. It was an interesting, very meta movie. But yeah, so I'm trying to write a movie because we're looking at trying to produce a lot more in the next couple years. So that's kind of my project.
It's our chance, John. We can write a movie.
That's right.
They'll produce it.
We could write Sentient Earth.
That's right.
John, I don't think that anyone has the budget for that movie. where the Earth is alive and destroys people. That's a pretty big budget picture, John.
We're talking practical effects. We can do that.
Just have someone off screen with a fucking shovel throwing dirt at people. Practical effects, guys.
We'll rip their
the practical effects would be about as good as the fucking CGI effects in the new Fantastic Four movie.
Oh God!
A sack of fucking shit.
I did not see that either.
Oh God! Don't. If you want to lose all faith in movie making and how far superhero movies have come, go watch that movie.
Oh, it's terrible. I can't. I can feel it. I didn't even want to go see it.
And fucking Kate Mara with her wig because they had to reshoot it like 9 months later.
Oh man.
So yeah, it's something special. I wrote a review about it on the site. It's if you want to know my full thoughts, go check it out. But that movie is some hot turd. John, what about you? What have you been watching?
Let's see. What did I watch? Oh, Zathura.
Oh.
Because it was on Netflix.
I'm trying to restock
Space Jumanji?
Yeah, it is Space Jumanji, and it's awesome.
It is.
I've never seen it. That's all. That's all I know about it is that it's Space Jumanji.
It's surprisingly good. I saw the trailer when it came out, and I was like, I mean, it came out when I was way younger, and even then I was like, Space Jumanji, lame.
Right.
But I watched it, and it was pretty good. I mean, Dax Shepard's in it.
Stewart.
Yeah, Kristen Stewart, but she gets frozen, so
she's frozen the whole time.
So it's, there's not
Sounds
really.
Good.
Wait, what?
Kristen Stewart, she gets put in a cryogenic sleep chamber in her bathroom, and then is frozen the rest of the movie.
This is pre-Twilight, before she could put those on.
Yeah. And then it's got PETA from Hunger Games before
That's
he did
right.
Hunger Games.
He's like a little kid.
Yeah, he's like 10.
Man, that's right. I forgot.
I mean, it's surprisingly good. And then what else?
Sounds like it's got a bunch of like people that are big now in it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly.
It's also directed by John Favreau, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's surprising.
I wouldn't think of him.
I didn't know he made movies other than ones with Vince Vaughn or Marvel.
Right? And then other than that, I've just been like powering through anything on Netflix that looks like it could kind of be good. My Netflix suggestion list is like.
Wait, your Netflix? Your Netflix.
No.
Interesting.
You didn't let me finish my sentence. My Netflix suggestion list.
No, hold on. We need to amend this.
That I use your Netflix.
Your Netflix account on my Netflix account.
Yeah.
Who has their own Netflix account these days?
I don't know.
Nobody has their own Netflix account except Rubes.
The schmo who lets other people piggyback off of including family members of that person. You know who you are.
That's true.
But yeah, my suggestion list for Stream Police is like completely shot. I have a Stream Police article that is probably going to go up next week, and that was my last, like, those 5 suggestions were the last of my Stream Police suggestion list. So I've kind of been powering through Netflix trying to find anything good.
Good luck with that.
Yeah.
I've been using Amazon Prime. I found a lot of stuff on Amazon.
Hey, I have an Amazon Prime account, John, if you want to use that one. Oh, my God. Oh, shit. Oh, good God. What have I been watching? You know what? Not a whole lot. Nothing really. I watched the Republican debate. Does that count as comedy? I've never seen a political party so dead set on not talking about, politics. They're more curious as to what someone's Secret Service name is going to be. If I were running for president and they asked me that question, my answer would either be Long Dong Silver or Pow Pow Smurf. Obviously, they went for the bullshit answers.
Mine would
and then
Captain Crunch.
Captain. Not Captain John.
Captain.
Captain.
Yep.
Captain. Okay,
I'm trying to think if I watched anything else other than stuff for the site. Well, we went and saw Black Mass. We're going to be talking about that next weekend. But
I've heard very mixed things about that, so I'm interested.
I mean, review of my thoughts, it's good. But when you have a huge cast like that, give them something more to do than watch Johnny Depp look like a strange alien.
Hello, my name is Kevin Tudor, and I'm one of the 3 hosts of Almost Major, a film podcast dissecting many major indie studios and the films they release. Every week, myself, Charlie Nash, and Bryden Doyle discuss overlooked, forgotten, or bona fide classic indie films via studio-specific miniseries. We've previously covered numerous films from Artisan Entertainment, Lionsgate Films, and New Line Cinema. Titles including The Blair Witch Project, American Psycho, Dogville, But I'm a Cheerleader, Saw, Requiem for a Dream, and Ringmaster, you know, the Jerry Springer film. Anyways, we have a fun time every week and we hope you will join us. Subscribe to Almost Major wherever you get your podcasts. Now proudly a part of the Someone's Favorite Productions podcast network.
He did really look like a weird alien.
Yeah, I mean that
Yeah,
poster.
yeah, he did.
I've never looked up pictures of Whitey Bulger, but I find it funny that movie takes place over the course of like 10 years, and for the whole movie, he looks like he's a 50-year-old gray alien.
Again, you know, I think that has to do with the fact that he was. I don't think, and this applies to a lot of movies, I don't think there's a good way to make someone who's not bald look bald.
Yeah.
Shave their head?
Well, I mean, yes, but if they're not willing to do that.
Well, if you're a real actor like Johnny Depp, you should be willing to shave your head.
Or Daniel Day-Lewis. I've been in a wheelchair this whole movie. I never get out of it.
Oh my god.
Whatever, bro. You method actor. You. But other than that, not a whole lot. Aside from Reefer Madness, which is what we're going to be talking about today, came out in 2005. It was not released in theaters. It was actually shown on Showtime. It was directed by Andy Fickman. It is based off of the stage play of the same name, written by Kevin Murphy and Dan Studney. It stars Kristen Bell, Christian Campbell, who we spoke with, cameo by Neve Campbell, who is Christian Campbell's sister, Alan Cumming, Steve Weber, and friend of the site, we've spoken to him once before, John Kassir, in a role that essentially amounts to him laughing all the time.
Which is awesome.
Right. The IMDb synopsis of the film is an outrageous, tongue-in-cheek musical comedy adaptation of the classic 1936 anti-marijuana propaganda film.
You have been convicted and sentenced to death by electrocution. Any last words? Well put. Pull the switch.
In 1936, a madness swept the teenage world. An evil so insidious, so seductive, that even its name, marijuana, struck fear into the hearts of the citizenry.
Public enemy number 1.
Forsooth, fair Juliet.
Are you trying to woo me?
Now, 2 young sweethearts, Mary Lane and Jimmy Harper,
Hey kid, I'm Jack.
will be caught up in the path of the evil demon weed.
This isn't that reefer I've read about.
All the rage in Paris.
Paris?
And drawn into a seamy world filled with decadence.
Sean,
Yes.
had you seen this film before, and what are your thoughts?
I had seen this film before. I've actually seen the show first. This one.
Oh,
this
is the
movie,
show awesome?
This show is awesome, man. Oh my god. This goes back to like high school for me because I my senior year, a bunch of my friends did the opening number for this from the movie or the show. And we took it to like state, and it was for thespian competitions we did every year. It was so much fun. And yeah, I had seen this movie around that time, and it's been a while since I'd seen it, but I love this movie. This is, but it's because I'm a theater kid, man. I'm a music theater kid when I was in high school, so. This, like,
You're also a huge pothead, Sean.
Exactly.
You forgot to mention that.
Yeah, that's right. But yeah, so it was nice to. I think it's funny as hell. I love the style of everything.
What about you, John? Well, I guess we should be forthcoming. John is the one who suggested this movie.
Yeah, because it's awesome. We did musical month, and I was like, oh shit, Reefer Madness.
I was really glad to see it on the list.
Mm-hmm. This is one of those movies that I bought on DVD, and then the movie was so good that I never sold it. It's great. I love the music. I love the message. I love the acting. It's also over the top. I like it so much that I've gone back and watched the 1936 propaganda version that is fucking terrible. Except for the ending where May Coleman's character jumps out of a window to kill herself.
It's funny.
Like the ending of the propaganda film is way more depressing than the end of Reefer Madness. But it's great, and I'd love to see a stage production of it. If I lived anywhere near Broadway, Christian Campbell is trying to get the play on Broadway again because the last time it was over there, 9/11 happened.
Oh.
Yeah, so he's working on getting that back on Broadway, and if I were anywhere near New York, I would go.
It's a great time for it to come back,
Mm-hmm.
It's very topical, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I love this movie. It's great.
Well, for me, I hadn't seen it before. John had, told me it was, good and worth watching. And, it had John Kassir in it, which for me, being a huge fan of Tales from the Crypt is always a plus. Sat down to watch it this morning, and I really enjoyed it. It's all over the place with its tone. In some spots, it kind of just goes real blue real fast. Characters singing about how they were raped. At one point, Kristen Bell is like a dominatrix. Shit just happens in this movie, which is it's good. I mean, it fits the tone of the film. My only complaint is I wish Neve Campbell was in it more.
I agree.
Just saying. Huge fan of Neve Campbell from way back in Scream and The Craft, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm a huge Neve Campbell fan.
Tango dance that she does with
awesome.
Steven Weber is like some of the best choreography of the movie.
Right. I love it. I was like, oh, that's a showgirl right there. I was impressed when I first saw her in that. Because I'd only seen her in Scream and The Cry. I've seen her in like drama, some intense stuff.
Mm-hmm. Wasn't she also in like Family of Four or whatever that show was called?
Yeah, that's what I don't know. I never saw her on TV, but I knew she was on a TV show or something.
It always bums me out that she wasn't in more stuff.
I agree.
Party of Five. That's right.
That's right.
Family of Four. Party of Five.
Oh, man. That's so funny.
Family of Four is actually just the prequel to that show.
Just didn't get picked up.
Party of Five sounds like a fucking show about like a restaurant down on its luck.
It does. They only get one customer every day.
Party of Five. Oh God. This movie has a lot of people that are pretty well known. I mean, Steven Weber is fairly well known character actor. John Kassir. Most people don't know John Kassir from his face. Mm-hmm. I would say 99% of the people don't know who John Kassir is when they look at him, but if they hear his voice, they'd be like, oh, I've heard him and stuff. And then if you tell them, hey, he's a Crypt Keeper, they'll be like, oh yeah, the Crypt Keeper. Yeah. Alan Cumming is awesome in this as well. I think it's good. I actually really like it. And I think John is surprised that I liked it.
Well, because you were kind of insinuating that you didn't.
Oh yeah, well that was just to fuck with you. That was just to rile you up to the point where you were like, it's good, Chris. It's good. Like he's so defensive already. I haven't even told him what I thought about it. The kind of the interesting thing about the film, at least in my opinion, is the way that it's told. It's what happens with Christian Campbell's character and Kristen Bell's character is not happening in reality.
No, it already happened in reality.
Right,
this is
right,
a documentary about it shown to teachers at adults. Parents.
Parents, correct, yeah.
So it's like a documentary, quote unquote, propaganda piece shown inside of the movie of Reefer Madness.
Well, even more specifically, it's a dramatization of a reality. So that's like, it's so over.
That's some like next level meta shit.
Right?
It is insanely meta.
It is.
Because like you said, it's a dramatization of real life events in a movie that's based off of a propaganda film.
So much going on there. You're getting attacked on all ends, man.
And at one point, there's Satan walking around, and Jesus sings a song.
Because they had to have the lecturer bit in there, because that's like the whole message is his character delivers.
Right. The whole, like, America, rah, 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 you're a commie if you smoke marijuana. Kaczynski, you're a commie. Like,
You're a prime example for all of your comrades.
I would like to see this live.
You guys, I'm telling you, the thing about this movie that I like so much about it is that it is clearly a stage play that it's been put on film, because all the special effects are practical, like the little clams that are dancing around, like that kind of like adds to like that reality. And just like the way things are, so like when they're playing the piano, they're not really playing the piano. And it's so obvious. When they do stuff like that in the movie, it's like, it becomes like real. But like when you see it on stage, it's so funny because you know that it's like a parody of their limitations. It's so funny. I wish you could see. When I saw it, like they were sitting on 2 chairs and they were in the car. It's when they hit the old man. And they get out of the car and they go, open, slam. And they did, and it's like, that's how they open and slam the door. And like they say it out loud. It's hysterical. It's so ridiculous. It was just great.
Is the stage play as extravagant as the film is?
I've seen it both ways. I've seen it very minimal, like I said, with like 2 chairs, and everything is mimed, and they kind of add stuff. You know, it's a director's choice, I guess. But yeah, and I've also seen it extremely outrageous. You know, like especially like the finale. Oh my god. Of the show it can be huge and it's just, you know, like a huge spectacle. But yeah, I've seen it done both ways.
Huh? Yeah, because I would like to see it a more minimal style.
Yeah, I would suggest if you can find something like that's when it's most effective.
Because I think personally that sometimes it's a little more. Some of the stuff going on screen distracts from the comedy.
Right? Exactly.
Yeah, and that for me, I think would be better suited for a minimalist take on the play.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, but it's interesting because it is like, because of the original was a propaganda, you get that sort of style where you know it's not going to be good. It's like a PSA. You know they're not going to be good. The acting is not going to be good. It's not going to be good writing. But that's what's funny about it, and they kind of make fun of that too. You know, it's like when you watch it on a minimalist stage, it kind of makes me think of like the assemblies in high school, when kids would like improv on stage, you know, these scenarios. And so I think it's cool. It's really funny.
Yeah, I do like that kind of idea that the acting doesn't need to be good because it's you know, a pair. I don't know if it's really a parody. I guess it's
exaggerated.
It's a melodrama. Like Anna Gasteyer is, oh my god, she kills it in this movie. I think she's so melodramatic. Everything is just so over the top, and it's just, I love it. I think it's hysterical.
I also really like Kristen. I also really like Kristen Bell in this movie.
She's great.
You know, Kristen Bell. You know, I never watched Veronica Mars. I know that a lot of people have nothing but good things to say about the show. I've never seen it. You know, I'm trying to think of what I've seen Kristen Bell in.
Frozen.
Well, yeah, but she's not. She's in that, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, she's...
I guess Forgetting Sarah Marshall is the only thing I've really ever seen.
Did you see Hit and Run?
No.
She was in Fanboys also, right? Yeah, Fanboys.
Okay, yeah. But I've seen that movie all of one time.
But yeah, Hit and Run's fucking great.
Yeah, it's funny.
Another Dax Shepard movie.
and Bradley Cooper's in it. That's right after Hangover, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he blew up right after that.
Bradley Cooper in a movie that isn't like big time? What is going on?
That's a timestamp right there.
I liked her performance in this film. And I am not a huge fan of people's voices who are like super like high pitched like that. It can get grating. I mean, it can, right?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I don't remember her from any other things. I don't remember if that's just like a put on or not.
No, that's a put on for sure. Because I remember.
Is it? Okay, so it's kind of like Ellen Greene in
Little Shop of Horrors.
Oh yeah, Little Shop of Horrors. I thought that was grating, but I love it. I think it's funny.
Yeah.
It totally is grating.
So it's like
it's intentionally grating.
Yeah. But I believed her. I thought that was real when I was a kid. I thought she was really that. I mean, to an extent, she kind of is. But, you know.
Mr. Muchnick.
Oh, God. She's here with us now. So since you guys are such both big fans of the film, I'm kind of curious, do you guys like the kind of varying musical styles in the film?
I do. I love it. Especially, like, the ones that are introduced by the lecturer, because all of his dialogue is so fucked up.
Yeah.
I mean, at one point he says that black people smoke pot so that they can
the jazz
get
players.
in extra grace notes in jazz so that they can seduce white women. And
that might be one of my favorite, like, things that he posits in the film.
Because it's so messed up.
It is.
Yeah.
I think the lyrics are brilliant. Like the Shakespeare song is so funny, and like that was stuck in my head ever since I heard it, like the first time. Some of those songs are catchy as hell.
And then they do like the cartoon My Brownie song.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
That might be my favorite.
The Brownie song?
Yeah. For a number of reasons. First off, I'm a huge fan of animation. Secondly, it comes out of nowhere. You're not expecting it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And at one point, there's a brownie with tits.
That's the whole point of that song.
Yeah,
it's
about her.
There's like jiggling back and forth.
And then it ends with like their silhouettes, and he's just like pounding away at the brownie.
Yeah.
No, and then it cuts to the brownie jiggling its tits. And it zooms into the brownie's tits. Which I'm surprised that I'm even saying zooming into brownie tits, but that's a thing that I'm saying here.
And like the next song is the one where Kristen Bell becomes a dominatrix.
Oh yeah.
And just the musical, I don't know what the word is for it. Tone? The what is the term for like a bar of music?
Chord?
Oh, like are you talking about like rhythm? Like
the progression of notes.
Dueling piano.
Yeah, the melody of Little Mary Sunshine is like awesome. I don't know why.
Shows how much you know about music, John.
I'm not a musician.
No, you're not. Neither am I. My only other issue with this film is it feels a little long in some spots.
Yeah.
And it does. I mean, the movie's almost 2 hours long, and I mean, the stage play would obviously be 2 hours long. Most stage plays I've ever seen feel 2 hours long. I think with the stage play, I can forgive it a little bit more than normal. But with the movie, there are some spots where it definitely drags. And I think there's some musical numbers. I mean, you know, with a lot of stage to screen adaptations, they cut musical numbers out. Well, they already did. Right. I think that they could have cut a couple more out.
Yeah, I kind of agree, and I remember thinking that when I saw the movie. Some of the songs are long too. I guess though I don't know if some of them you could take out just because so much info. I don't know, or you definitely maybe be modified. But some of them are just so essential to the plot.
I think the only song, because I'm looking at the song list here, I think the only one that I didn't like enough to where the only song that I could do without if they had to cut something is Listen to Jesus, Jimmy.
Yeah, that one kind of comes out of nowhere too.
Because it doesn't really like drive the plot. It's just an example of Jimmy being insane.
Well, it also sets up the end with Jesus showing up.
That's right.
Because Mary, yeah. Let's just skip ahead to the end. Jimmy shoots. Christian Campbell shoots Kristen Bell at one point, and she dies. Mm-hmm. And then she goes to hell and is like a slave of Satan. And then at the end of the movie, he redeems himself and her, and she goes up to heaven.
Right.
I wasn't a huge fan of that song either.
I mean, I think I would do like 2 verses, the beginning and the end of it.
Yeah.
I just think Listen to Jesus, Jimmy went a little long.
They could have put it with the Lonely Pew song that was before.
Yeah. I just want like one verse of that because I want to hear her say pew over and over.
But yeah, there are some songs that just the songs are long in a way that I'm not used to with a lot of musicals. A lot of musicals are very streamlined with the songs.
I don't know if there's any other ones that I would shorten though.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. It's like there's so much. I don't know. Yeah.
I mean, down at the
They're
old
long,
Five and Dime.
Yeah. Well,
that song is long.
But they talk so. There's so much information in that song. You know what I mean? Like,
I know. That's what I'm saying. Is like their songs are long, but I don't know realistically if you could shorten them.
Yeah, it's difficult. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it could be though. Like you said, I mean, I agree. I think it could definitely be a little bit more concise.
So, well, we keep talking about Christian Campbell, so we'll play that interview, and you can hear him talk about bringing like John mentioned earlier, bringing the musical back for a stage run and some other stuff about working on the film. So we'll play that, and when we get back, we'll keep talking about the film.
You were in both the sort of professional play productions of it, right?
Yep, I originated the role back in 1998. We did it at the Hudson Theater, which is a small 100-seat theater on Santa Monica, just east of Highland in Los Angeles. And the show was written by Kevin Murphy, Dan Studney, and they were two college buddies. And they were taking a road trip down. I forget where they're coming from, down from San Francisco, San Diego, or something like that. Probably look that up online. And on the way, they were like, wouldn't it be fun to make a musical or like of Reefer Madness? And by the time they finished their trip and got to Los Angeles, they had written the opening number of Reefer Madness. And so they continued writing it, and then I auditioned for it, I think in 98. It was an interesting story. Dan Studney was an AD, like a third AD on Party of Five. My sister was on Party of Five. He was like, yeah, I'm doing this musical, and like I need some guy who looks young, like young and all-American and sings. My sister's like, well, my brother's pretty cool at that stuff. So I came in and read for them, and that's where it all started. The magic started. Yeah.
Had you seen the original propaganda piece before you auditioned?
No, I hadn't. I mean, I hadn't before I was asked, and then once I was asked, then I went and took a look at it. Yeah. And that was 50 minutes of my life I'll never get back. So, that's just like the worst, awful, wonderful film ever.
Mm-hmm.
So. Yeah.
How did you sort of build the character of Jimmy Harper from idea to on stage and then eventually on screen?
Well, it was kind of on the page. Andy Fickman, our director, did a great job with basically just asking us to always never wink to the audience about how absurd this is. Never. You're always in it. You absolutely 100% believe that everything that's happening in this world is happening and that Reefer truly is the most evil thing on earth. Because when you watch these actors who are in the original movie, I mean, it's all awful. It's just, but what's so wonderful about it is just how committed to what they're doing that they are. And that's what Andy Fickman would always remind us, is to remain committed, remain in there, remain authentic. So that was my through line for it, was just to make sure that Jimmy Harper was always just authentically, my gosh, golly, all-American. And then when he was on pot, it was like he was on cocaine and methamphetamine all wrapped up together. And deep down inside, he was telling the most important message possible to people so that they understood the dangers of reefer. Yeah.
And you mentioned we talked a little bit about the original film. If I recall from my research, some of the cast members from the original film came to the theater production, right?
Yeah, I think wasn't it the original May she came?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it was a pretty scary thing too, because it was funny. We were all very excited about it, and so just a note, in the original 1998 version, again, I told you, 100-seat theater where we had a very shallow stage, and the first row of the audience is basically 1 foot away from you while you're dancing or acting or whatever. I mean, you're right in their face. And so we're all excited backstage. And the one thing to note that in that version we had a fire dancer. Her name was Bendy Wendy. And she would come on stage and she would breathe fire and have all this, do this fire dancer thing. And So when we came on out for the first 30 seconds of the show, and we see this woman who was in the original Reefer Madness, we're like, oh, there she is. And she's she's obviously been all done up, and she's in a wheelchair, and she's obviously dressed up for this moment, and she's got an oxygen tank beside her. And that's when we were like, red alert, fucking red alert. So at one point, the woman with her Benny Wenny comes out there with her fire, and you can just see her, this actress, this woman, and her eyes are just bug-eyed. Like, when's this whole audience gonna blow? And we're all freaking out as well. We're like, oh fuck. So everything was fine, obviously.
When they adapted the play to film, did you know you were gonna continue to play Jimmy Harper?
No, I didn't. They had to fight for me, actually. There's the whole name game. When money's involved and the numbers start going up in money, Showtime, when they said yes to it, and they'd seen a reading that we did, right? Because we first did the LA production, then we did the New York production, which closed quickly after 9/11. Mm-hmm. And then when we did, and then we kind of all licked our wounds and came back to Los Angeles. And then Dan and Kevin immediately set to work, along with Andy Fickman, to write a screen adaptation of that. And we all got together and did a reading at a theater in LA, and invited all the bigwigs of Hollywood, hoping that someone will be there. And there was a guy named Bob Greenblatt who showed up, and he was newly the head of Showtime. Just had come on board and was the head up, grand poobah of Showtime. And after the intermission, halfway through the show, he got up and left. We got a call pretty quickly after saying he wanted this to be the first thing that he ever did on Showtime. And so when that happened, it was all wonderful. But then, there's all the thing of like, well, who are we going to bring in that's going to add more, name zhuzh to it? So for a little while, there was talk about maybe replacing me with someone fancier. But everyone felt that I needed to be the role because I had done it and originated it. And, no, there wasn't anyone yet who had, it was great. I mean, it worked out ultimately. It was a little nail biting there for a bit. There was a time that I thought I wasn't going to be in the movie. Yeah.
Was there anything in the original play that wasn't in the film that you feel should have stayed in the movie?
You know what? You're gonna not really. I mean, it all works out well, and we're actually, I'm looking to produce this on Broadway. By the way, FYI, I don't know if you knew that.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. I'm just right now in negotiations with Dan and Kevin to get the rights. Obviously, they want to give it to me, but the intent is to get this on Broadway by 2016, 2017. You're the first. No, you're the first new, brother.
Oh,
so there you go. Put that in your hat. So we're in negotiations for that, and we're going to. Dan and Kevin are excited to we're gonna put Mary Lane, of course, into the show, into the original production, and we may bring some other, I don't know. I mean, I feel like the adjustments we made, there were so many. Have you heard the original album from 1998? I
haven't been able to get a hand on it.
Yeah, I mean, I've actually forgotten, honestly, because it was always a Reefer Madness, and it's still going to happen as we start to ramp up towards this Broadway iteration of it. It's like the Constitution should be. It's a constantly evolving organism that just gets better and better, right? And so look at me getting political. And so we're the numbers that were axed out of the original 1998 version, and you can see those in the original album. They were all wonderful and they were great, but there's that thing that you have to do often as an artist. You have to kill your babies in order to make the greater thing, what it needs to be. So I can't say that I wish any number come back, honestly. I think it's always, I'm a person who's always looking forward. So, yeah, that's my safe answer.
How was Andy Fickman as the director?
He was wonderful. I love Andy. I love that man. He is such an incredible cheerleader for actors and for creatives. He's great at giving an energy to everyone and making everyone excited. He's like a permanent head of the Glee Club. He's always keeping everyone really excited, and he's got a really comic vision and genius to him. I love Andy. Yeah, I've known him for 17 years now, so can't say if I didn't if I had problems with that man, he wouldn't be around.
And what was it like working with the rest of the cast?
What, in the movie? And
let's do the play first and then the movie.
The play was incredible because we were all creating something together and we knew we were doing something special together. We only made, I think it was like $8 a show or something like that when we did it. And we ran that for an entire year. It became a cult hit in L.A. Anything running for a year in L.A. is unheard of. Nothing runs for a year in L.A. And we were all aware, even before its success, that we were working with material and with vision that we really believed in. And so we were willing to do anything to make sure that the show stayed open. And that show actually, in 1998, it ran at a deficit. The writers and the director and myself were all putting money into the show to keep it open. Because, the business model of Los Angeles is such that even if you have a successful show and you sell out, you just can't make money doing it because you need to pay actors. There are all the technical aspects of it. There's the publicity, everything like that. So we as actors, actually, this is how much we believe. We just handed our checks back over at the end of the week when they would give us our pay. As much as it was a pittance of a pay, we all made sure that we handed it back just to make sure that show stayed open. So we were all in the trenches together. There's a real love and a real bond. I recently, for the past 2 years, I've been doing 420 concerts here in New York. So on April 20th last year was the first time, and then this year as well, we did a concert at first the New World Stages and then at 54 Below, and brought the original cast. Like this year it was the Laurie Allen, Bob Torty, John Kassir, and a whole bunch of others flew out from Los Angeles, and we were all on stage. It had been the first time some of us had been on stage, like Laurie Allen and I had been on stage for 17 years together for it. It was just beautiful. So that's that obviously shows the bond. We do love each other quite a bit. Yep.
And then the cast from the movie.
Dude, they're brilliant. They're amazing. Love everyone in that show. That's yeah, that's it. I mean, it's this Reefer Madness. I've been around doing it for 17 years. We're all people that have been involved in it, whatever the iteration is. Some cast members have come, some cast members have gone, some cast members have continued all the way through, but what's always been clear to everyone is that we're all a Reefer family, as we like to say. So, we all believe in the material. We believe in, as performers, you rarely in your life get to work on things that not only are you proud of, but that you're cognizant to the fact that that you're creating something that is helping, that is actually has a message, but is funny and entertaining and all that stuff, but also has something very powerful to say, and without letting the audience know that they're being told something powerful. I mean, I think that's the true sign of good art, is that the audience doesn't know they're actually being taught something. They just think they're being entertained, but actually they're learning something. You never want to be didactic. You never want to preach. You just want to entertain. A spoonful of sugar makes the medicine go down. So there's a lot of sugar on Reefer Madness, but there's definitely some medicine in there.
Right.
Yeah.
How does, for you personally, stage performance differ from performing on film and television?
It's more active when you're stage performing. It's a blood sport. You could fail any moment. You could miss a line. You could completely go up on an entire paragraph. You could completely just absolutely, get stunned on stage and whatever. Props can go wrong. Sets can go wrong. Any number of things can go wrong. It's a blood sport, and that's the energy of it. Theater is also an active the audience is an active participant in theater. That's why every show is different. Because every audience is different, every night is different, because whatever is happening in each one of those actors' lives is somehow going to affect what they do on stage, and it's going to add nuances and layers to whatever they do. And there's this symbiotic relationship between the audience. It's magical. I watch theater because it's my religion. It's like spiritual. It's a shared experience with a group of people, and if we watch good theater, we're all left breathless at the end, and we all are left moved and changed by it, and that's, to me, spiritual. And so there's that. And then when you're doing film and TV, you don't get that response, but if you sit in the theater with the audience and you've done a good job and you're watching the movie with them and there's a whole bunch of people in that theater, then again, you get to have that collective experience with them. But again, you're not sharing it with what's happening up on the screen. So that's the difference, is that everyone's involved in the theater. In the movies, by the end of it, the only people that are involved is the audience.
Are there any interesting stories that come to mind when you think about your time with Reefer Madness, be it while you were on stage, while something that happened during filming, anything like that?
I think, the big moment for me was 9/11. We were doing this comedy in New York where we were just in rehearsals for it and teching it. And Kristen Bell and my wife at the time, Erin Matthews, she was she was the original Sally, the Reefer slut. She's my ex-wife now, but she and I had an apartment in the East Village, and Kristen Bell stayed at our place that night, overnight, because she just didn't want to go all the way back home up to Washington Heights because rehearsals were right the next morning. And, it was, I woke up in the morning and went for a jog. I left at around 8-something in the morning, and by the time I got down to the east side of the river in the south point, I watched the second plane go in with my own eyes, and ran home, and, Kristen and Aaron and I watched what the whole world watched together, and yet it was right there happening around us, and we could smell it. It was seeping into our apartment. And I remember after all was said and done, and the towers were down, and we were in there, and it was smoky outside, and Kristen, Aaron, and I were like, do we still have to go to rehearsals? It was that interesting moment of like, well, does the show go on? And we did. We walked over to the theater through the smoke and everything like that, and got to the theater, and the crew were still building. They'd been working overnight building the sets, and they were still in there, and the theater was full of smoke spouting in, and the show was still going on. Like the show must go on. They were still building the sets and getting it ready for opening night. That was a hugely, impactful moment for me. We obviously didn't rehearse that day. The producers finally sent us home, but it was that attitude of like, well, I guess we need to get on with our lives. And then after that, being, the lyrics of the final song of, when dangers near, exploit their fear, the end will justify the means, right? Those lyrics?
Yeah, I do.
Imagine singing that after 9/11.
Yeah.
We all had tears in our eyes when we sang that because we knew what was coming. We knew we were fucked. We knew that we were going to war. And we also knew, we were hyper aware that we were in a musical that was all about telling people to not trust what they're told to believe,
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. And off we went to war. And we know what happened after that.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess that's my big sort of moment out of Reefer Madness. Yeah.
So are you working on anything now that you'd like to talk about?
I am obviously currently working on producing Reefer Madness. That's in its very early stages. And I am currently in rehearsals for a play here in New York called The New Morality. It's an old play written in it'll be the 1915 by a guy named Harold Chapin. Just an unknown play, an unknown gem, beautiful, real great play, great cast. And just started rehearsals 2 weeks ago on that, and that opens in September. So currently working on that. And then I'm producing a show called Broadway Dreams, which is a documentary TV series. It's in early stages. We're in the sales point now. So yeah, I'm moving into producing and directing as well, in addition to the acting thing. So doing that, and got a show called Live at Gramercy Park, which is a documentary concert series that I produce and direct as well. So those are the other things I'm working on right now. Yeah. I mean, you can look on my website. You'll kind of see what I'm doing a little bit. Just kind of gives a rundown quickly of things. And, you'll actually see some of the sizzle reels and pilots and stuff like that for that as well.
So big thanks to Christian Campbell for sitting down and talking about Reefer Madness with us. Is there anything you guys particularly want to talk about this film? I know sometimes we have a harder time talking about good movies, because I mean this is a good musical. This is one of the better ones we've watched this month. I would definitely say. Is there anything that stuck out to you guys is worth talking about?
We haven't really talked about the plot of it yet.
Well, the plot is a little on the nonsensical side.
It's a little on the awesome side.
John mistakes anything I say about a movie as bad.
I've had to defend good movies so much recently.
Like Way of the Gun, which is not a good movie. I mean, it's nonsensical, but not in like a bad way.
I think Over the Top is like my favorite. What you guys are like, it's just so.
I mean, at one point, John Kassir eats a person.
Yeah, there's zombies in this
because
movie,
he has the munchies.
Yeah,
right. Like if you cannot admit that that's not beyond nonsensical and just like insane, we have problems.
At the end of the show, it breaks out into some insane stuff. Like I mean, there's zombies for no reason. It's just so
haunted.
Right. Exactly. But I just love at the opening, like just zombies pop out of the walls. And you're
yeah.
What am I watching? Like
Reefer zombies.
Reefer zombies. In football gear and
and that's not even like in the world of the dramatization.
Right. That's like
zombies.
I guess that's in Alan Cumming's.
Right.
Yeah. It's that musical limbo that they like to use,
Because then it all just goes right back to Alan Cumming and the parents in the classroom.
Yeah.
Right.
I thought Alan Cumming was a really interesting choice, and not just because obviously he's like a music theater god, but he definitely immediately paints a certain tone on any movie that I've ever seen him in. You know what I mean? That dark sort of sexual tone,
Especially in Son of the Man.
I forgot he was in that. Oh my God.
You forgot, he forgot, we'd all like Oh my God. Oh God. What has happened with life? How have we not watched that movie yet is the real question. Son of the Mask. Oh man. Yeah, Alan Cumming, you've been in some good movies, but you've also been in some bad ones.
Isn't that every actor?
Yeah. I mean, he was Boris in GoldenEye. Don't forget. Never forget Boris.
He just pops up in the most random places, I feel like. I don't know.
No, he does. I mean, Alan Cummings was Gazoo in the Flintstones Viva Rock Vegas. Gazoo. He was also Gutsy Smurf in the Smurfs.
Really?
Yeah. He was in I mean, Hank Azaria was in that movie too.
You just don't notice because he's a Smurf.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Alan Cumming was also in Spice World.
Oh my! I love that movie.
That's a first, ladies and gentlemen. Someone saying, "I love Spice World."
Are you kidding? That movie is so bad it's good.
How did that movie not make our list?
Yeah, that's a great one for this month. I feel like.
Oh, no one went to bat for Spice Girls, John. You went to bat for Reefer Madness, but no one went to bat for Spice World.
I don't know if I've even heard of it.
Oh.
What? Okay, hold on. What do you think Spice World is about? Just from the name.
If it were something I'd be interested in, I'm going to say it's a parody of Dune.
That's what I was hoping you were going to say. It's a parody of Dune. Spice World. Okay, what do you actually think Spice World is?
Oh God, I don't know. It's a weird name I guess, a Spice Girls movie.
Correct. It is a big screen film featuring the Spice Girls.
I much would have preferred a Dune parody.
I would prefer a Dune parody with the Spice Girls. Spice World, Melange-mania. Not Melangeria-mania. Because I wouldn't want to see any of those women now.
Yeah.
I would assume that they have not aged well.
Spice World, semicolon, the Harkonnens return.
It turns out that the Spice Girls are just Harkonnens.
Oh my God.
And Victoria Beckham is in like the giant Baron Harkonnen fat suit. Oh, yeah. Victoria Beckham, no. Well, you know, you're in the public spotlight for so long, right? You have to uphold your image, and I think that she went too far with that. I think Alan Cumming, getting back to Reefer Madness, I think Alan Cumming is the best part of the film for me. Because he holds together the narrative even when it kind of goes off these tangents. He still brings it back to the center, even if the center is absolutely insane.
He's the master of ceremonies. He's an important character.
Yeah, I mean, he's totally the guide through the world of Reefer Madness.
Right. I mean, at one point, he's a goat man.
That's right. Oh,
like
God.
ramming that long totem pole.
Up near Christian Campbell's butt.
And then it just goes right over his butt and lights the door.
I was like, I don't know where this is going.
I was a little worried the first time.
And then you have Steven Weber, who just plays a, like, mook.
He's just a monster.
Like a mook. Yeah, he's like a mook. Like, hey, old douche. Hey, douchebag. Hey, I'll hit you upside the head with my hand, dumb woman.
Papers.
Yeah. But
the 30 slang in this movie is just ridiculous. I love that. It makes it. It's so great. I'll start bringing it back.
the five and time. Nice.
Every time I watch this movie, I tell people I'll see him in the funny papers for the
I think that this film deserves a spot with like Repo in terms of the kind of cult status that it deserves, if that makes sense.
You know, I'm a little surprised.
If more people saw this, they would be like, "This is awesome."
Yeah, I'm a little surprised at how often I like tell people that they should like. People are like, "Oh, what movie should I watch?" And I'm like, "Reefer Madness," and people go, "What is that?" And I'm surprised how often I have to suggest.
Like, explain that.
Yeah, like I was surprised that you hadn't seen it, Chris, because it's totally the sort of movies that you're into.
No, yeah, I agree. I think that I think one of the reasons I hadn't seen it, and this is unfortunately this wasn't released in theaters. You know, it was made for TV. Movie came out 10 years ago. I had never heard of it. I think that has a lot to do with it. Is that unlike some other films like Repo, like Rocky Horror, like even True Stories, which Ryan and I talked about last week. If a film gets a run in the theaters, even if it's a smaller film, it still gets that attention because people go and see it, even if it's a small amount of people. With stuff on TV, it's a little harder to gauge that.
Yeah.
But I mean, obviously it helps that this was based off of a musical that already existed, just like Rocky Horror. So I think that that's why this still is, you know, it still has a fan base, if that makes sense. And it's still worth talking about. I mean, there are some cult musicals that aren't worth talking about.
Yeah, I think, well, especially I think now that, like we said, I mean, it's a joke, but it is relevant now. And I think it's a great time. It's less taboo to talk about, you know what I mean? And I think that I feel like maybe it is a good time for people to, like, if it came out again, it would stick, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised that Showtime hasn't shown this recently.
Right. We could try and get it at Alamo.
That's true, we could. I mean, it has that topical nature to it. I mean, even the part where they're talking about, I mean, they don't say it outright, but they do say that smoking marijuana will make you love minorities.
Yeah, it kind of insinuates that.
Because the brownie is black. All those dancers at one point are black in the one scene. I mean, it's not subtle with how, like, it's just, it takes that original propaganda film and totally puts it on its head. And you know, that too is taboo. I mean, in this day and age.
That's true.
So
yeah.
I think that I would really like to see this again where more people can see it. And I know when a bunch of people see something, it becomes less cool and becomes mainstream and, yada, yada, yada. But I think that there is a very large audience for this film.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. Because like you said, John, I think I have to explain it to a lot of people who I figure should know it already. So I feel like you're right. If more people saw it, it's time to come out again.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. Well, with that being said, Sean, skip it or watch it, best performance and favorite song.
Oh, that's tough. Okay, definitely watch it. You got to see that. This is such a good movie. It's so funny. It's my kind of humor. My favorite performance, absolutely hands down, was Anna Gasteyer. I love her. I thought she plays this abused woman who likes to let you know that she's abused just enough so she can deny it. It's so awesome. Like she just the style, and she also does like these voices that you would expect to hear in the 30s. It's just so great. Like when she yells at the kids to get out. It's just so funny. She's pretty awesome in this movie. Favorite song? I think it's got to be the Shakespeare song, just because it sticks so much in my head.
You mean Romeo and Juliet?
Yeah, Romeo and Juliet. Yeah.
And the look on the fucking guy playing Shakespeare in the background, who's just like, you guys.
Yeah, he's like, no, it definitely doesn't end well. I love that. Yeah, no, I love that song. It sticks in your head. It gets stuck in my head.
And they do that callback at the end. When Kristen Campbell's character gets shot, and she goes, "I never finished it. How did it end?" And Christian Campbell looks back at Jack and May, and they both just like frown and shake their head. Even Jack Stone is just like, oh.
Yeah, right.
What about you, John?
Yeah, like Sean said, it's tough. It's definitely a watch. Absolutely a watch. I suggest it to everybody that I can think to suggest it to, just because it needs to be seen more, because it deserves it. Best song is almost impossible. I mean, every song has at least one part in it that is awesome. From the tango and Down at the Old Five and Dime to that Take It Jimmy, Take It Jimmy, Take It, Took a Stick, like whole compilation thing in Jimmy Takes a Hit.
I'm so glad you said that.
Yeah, I mean, I think if I had to pick one song, it might be Murder, just because I like John Kassir's part of that song. I like the stuff going on during that song when John Kassir eats Amy Spanger, who we haven't even talked about as like the sultry seductress character.
He chops her head off and does amazing things with the
head. He starts rubbing it on the rug.
Yeah.
It's a Persian rug. Oh
no! He's just like rubbing it back and forth. Oh man! And then the end of that song too has that crescendo where Jack is like, "Fuck it, kill him or they kill you," and then everybody else is singing sort of at him and May. I mean that part is awesome. That bit is always the one that gets stuck in my head when I watch this movie.
Yeah, I love that's a really good moment in the movie. It's like that's a really eventful song too. God, so much goes on.
I think if I had to pick best performance, that's another hard one. I love the Jack Stone character. I love the lecturer. It's really hard to pick because Jimmy Harper and Mary Lane are both also just great characters. I put thought into this beforehand and I still couldn't figure it out. I guess I have to go with Alan Cumming, just because the lecturer ties everything together, and then he's also the Goat Man and FDR.
He's like a bunch of roles in the film.
Mm-hmm. And, all of his dialogue is a little fucked up to really fucked up. I mean, at one point they suggest that Chinese people eat babies.
Yeah.
Going as far as to showing a Chinese guy sticking a chopstick into a baby's face.
And going, "Oh, why don't you stay for dinner?"
Oh, God.
They implied that she sold that baby.
That's right. No,
They
she
don't
did
imply
sell
it, they say it.
Yeah, she sold it. She said,
She sold the baby
She sold the baby
for weed money. For weed money, yeah.
Even though there's a shit ton in their backyard.
Well, that's Jack's.
That's right. Don't
touch Jack's product. But yeah, I think I have to go with Alan Cumming as the lecturer for best performance.
For me, I'm gonna say watch it. I'm surprised that more people haven't seen this, myself included, up until today.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Thank you, Culture Shock. Best performance, I'm gonna go with John Kassir. Well, like I said earlier, he's not given a lot in some spots. He's just like laughing maniacally and like looking shifty-eyed and nervous. Like every pothead, obviously. Duh. But towards the end of the film, when he goes like full crazy and he eats Amy Spanger's character, and he's like taking that head and like throwing it on the rug and like doing all sorts of wacky shit. I really like his character. And it's nice to see John Kassir in something that isn't just him doing his, a voice.
Yeah, because he was funny as hell in that movie.
Yeah, no, he's great.
And the part, like the music that he did get to sing was also like really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was surprised, and I never heard him sing before. So with untrained singing actors, you never know. I mean, he was in the stage play.
Yeah.
He was in the stage play, but I mean, he's still not. It's not like he was a singer by trade. That's what I mean. So, best song.
Yeah, that's a tough question.
Well, I mean, I think I'll just go with what I said earlier, which is the Brownie song. I really like it. I think it's an interesting kind of aside during the film that all of a sudden in this live action film you get this just animated kind of montage with the characters like just doing weird shit, and then Christian Campbell's character having sex with a brownie. So with our opinions, on the record, what do you guys think the Rotten Tomato meter is at for the film? Mind you, there are only 5
reviews by critics.
5 reviews.
Wow.
Man, that is way less than I expected. Even with
well, again, it's on the small screen, not the big screen.
Well, the movie musical is actually harder to find. It's pretty hard to find online. For at least I had difficulty finding it. So it's interesting. I don't. It's so inaccessible. I wish it was more available.
Right. Me too. What do you guys think Rotten Tomato meter is for the film, though?
I still think it's got to be high. Because I feel like this. I feel like it's gotta be high. It's gotta be smoking high.
You guys gotta be fucking high.
I don't know. I want to say it's high, but I always have pessimistic opinions of what Rotten Tomato critics say. I always assume they're going to be shitheads and not like movies that are awesome.
Well, it's not Rotten Tomato critics, it's the aggregator. It's the aggregation.
Well, right, but it gets aggregated by, it's an aggregation of the critical reviews, though.
Right.
So if the aggregator is low, that means the critics are idiots. But I guess...
Not making any friends here, John.
I guess I gotta go with 87.
What about you, Sean?
Yeah, I'll say like 80.
Well, 60%.
You chose.
Oh.
Mind you, again, that's from only 5 people.
I knew it. This is why I don't trust Rotten Tomatoes.
I don't trust Rotten Tomatoes anyway.
Yeah, anything.
What's the user number?
87% with 9,000 reviews.
Spot on, John.
Yes, quite spot on.
Good show, old chap.
Cheerio. 87% is pretty good. I mean, again, 9,000 user reviews compared to, what was it for Grease?
Ugh, just
2.5 million?
Yeah, something absurd like that. Reefer Madness is a far better musical than Grease.
Yeah.
Grease is going to be our resident whipping boy for a long time. Oh, man. Oh, my God. I had a friend of mine, actually, tell me... I told her my thoughts on Grease, and she told me that I was overthinking it. So Which I said in our podcast. I said that. Yeah. So we are overthinking.
But we overthink everything. So
yeah, that's our job. That's what we're here for, people. But Sean, is there anything you want to plug before we wrap this up?
Well, you know what? I will go ahead and say that we just wrapped this movie, WTF, World Thumb Wrestling Federation, and I'm so excited for everyone to see this movie. We're working on getting it into festivals right now. We're really hoping to get into South by Southwest, which would be awesome.
Oh, look at you, Austin, Texas, our neck of the woods.
Which means you guys would totally have to come.
Just tell me when and I'll book my flight home.
We'll figure it out. We will. But yeah, so I'm excited for that. We follow us on our social media. It's the Thumb Movie. It's just at the Thumb Movie, and we're also on Facebook. I think I have another movie coming out in November that I did with some friends who it was completely the most independent movie I've ever worked on. It's a lot of fun, but it'll be out in November called Quarter Life Coach. That's my plug. And then follow me on Twitter. I'm Shonifer.
And you post pictures of yourself vomiting.
Yes, I do. Since Snapchat gave me that one. I love these weird Snapchat filters.
You and me. What about you, John?
My Twitter is John Lein 1, the number 1, not the word. I don't have anything else.
That was really long and drawn out answer.
Yeah, I was really trying to think of something, but I don't have anything going on.
You can follow me on Twitter at Kulturestash and visit cultureshock.com. That's really it. We all sorts of stuff. Everything you can imagine we have it, and if we don't, then you probably don't need it. And this Thursday is kind of our centerpiece for the month. We're going to be talking Tenacious D and the Pick of Destiny. We're going to be joined by guest co-host Leif Tilden, who played Donatello in the first 2 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie. You probably heard him on our Oh Brother, We're Out There podcast last month. And we have an interview with the one and only one half of Tenacious D, Jack Black. And John got a chance to talk with him.
You're welcome.
So jealous.
You're welcome, America. I asked him the hard-hitting questions you wanted to know.
I'm excited to hear that one.
Yeah, you and me both. So make sure to check that one out this Thursday.
See you in the funny paper.
We are just like Romeo and Juliet. We're happy, young, and bubbling with love.
I can't wait to read the ending.
I can't either, but I'm sure it turns out real swell. I bet Romeo marries his Juliet.
They have a baby
and make lots of friends.
That's probably the way the play ends.
You doth teach the torches how to burn real bright,
hanging like a jewel upon the cheek of night.
Hark, what light through yonder window breaks here. We'll be future spouses, put a plague on both our houses, and we're wrong.
Shakespeare!